All right. Hello, you guys. Today is September 1st. So let's talk about school loans. I will be the first one to say I have never really thought about paying off my school loans. I was always just going by income driven deferment. Most of the times my payment was $0 based on my income. There was a couple of years, yes, I did have to pay like 110, 120 per month, but other than that, it's been 0%. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie, I was looking for that 20 to 25 years and then it to be forgiven. Okay. And I don't feel bad about that. But at the same time, of course, my finances are better than it was in the past. I'm in a good position right now, financially, to say, you know what, Candace, you can tackle this. I ain't gonna front. I was looking forward to that 10,000, 20,000 forgiveness. Is it coming? Highly doubt it, but I was hopeful. During these 3 years, did I pay anything? Nope. It wasn't accruing interest. As I mentioned, your girl had no thought of paying off my school loan. I'm like, man, I'm just going to keep doing income driven and get to that 20, 25 years. But here we are today. Back in April, I made a conscious decision to be like, you know what, school loans are going to come back. Candace, your savings goals, you're meeting your personal savings goals in regards to like people say it is an emergency fund. Mine is just a savings. Okay. Life happens all the time. So if life happens, that's an emergency. So I just have a savings. And back in April, I was really like, Candace, okay, I work, of course, my full-time job, which I started in November of 2022. The pay is good. I make my annual is like $50,000, 50. Okay, $50,000. Some people may say that's a lot. Some people say they ain't nothing. For me, I'm comfortable. I'm actually able to save money per month, but my living and my expenses are a little bit unique where I only pay half of my rent. I had food stamps that was left over, so for this year I was able to use that up until like May, so you figure that's that. What else? Yeah, half of my rent, and my car is paid off, so no car payment. So you have to factor a lot of those things in, whereas a lot of us in the United States, we have car payments. Obviously, rent has doubled. Things like that. Okay, so I'm just saying, when you see somebody and seeing what they're capable of doing, don't think that is something you can do as well. Don't be hard on yourself. Okay, our finances are all different. This is for me. Okay, as I mentioned, your girl's not trying to pay no school loans. But what I told myself in April was, Candace, you're working at Amazon. Let me tell y'all something. I don't need to work at Amazon, and right now I haven't been working there for about a month so far. I'm on like a medical leave. But I told myself, Candace, I get outside the home jobs, outside of my full-time job. I used to do Kohl's and Amazon. I've worked at Amazon. This is my third time working at Amazon. I do it to get out of the house and be active. Because I work from home. I sit at a desk for 8 hours. Okay. And when you work from home, you want to still get out. So that's what I always do with these other jobs. Now, as I mentioned, with my savings goals, I've been meeting that just with my regular paycheck. So Amazon was just extra income. Okay. So for me, I'm like, Candace, hey, how about you use your Amazon paychecks for the school loans? So that's what I've been doing or saving towards since April. So as of today, obviously the interest starts back up. And I'm like, Candace, I have 3 different school loans, or when they were paid out or whatever. I don't know. But we have 2 of them at 6.8%. So I always want to pay off the higher interest ones first. That's just me. So that one, we had a balance of $2,028.38. Your girl had enough to pay that off today. So round of applause for me, I guess. And then we do have student loan number 2. And as I mentioned, these are not based on the dates that they were paid out. It's based on the interest rate. We have $1,890.81. I will say, from the amount of money that I've saved since April, your girl has like 200 and something that I could still throw towards this one, but I haven't made a payment towards that one just yet. I plan on, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I may schedule a payment today for the remaining amount that I do have in my savings account for my school loans, just to, track that. But I don't know. We'll see how I do that, if it's going to be monthly or weekly. But as I mentioned, I'm not working at Amazon currently. I'm on a leave of absence. So, and we'll see if I be going back. I may not. So, we have student loan number 3 at 4.5%. So these 2 are the larger ones. That's at $3,348.03. And then the 4th one at the 3.4%, and that's for $3,215.22. I will say this: I've never really sat down to look at how much interest has been accrued since these loans, which were back in 2010, 2011. I haven't sat down to look at the accrued, but I know on some of these, like these larger ones or these ones, it's been like $600 worth of interest over the years. I don't think that's a lot over 10 years, but it is at the same time, right? But at the same time, I wasn't planning on paying it off either. Oh my goodness. I will say this, your girl, I didn't sign up for the SAVE program in the beginning of the year. There's like a renewal, right? That I have it through NowNet, and there's like an annual renewal. You update your income from your income tax, what you earn that year. So from last year, for most of that year up until November, I was working part-time at $17.50 an hour, working 20 hours per week. So with my renewal that I did earlier this year, my payments are actually 0%. Now this whole SAVE program, I know it said because I am in the income driven thing, it's going to automatically sign me up for the SAVE program. So I don't know how that will work with the interest, because I haven't really looked into it, you guys. I know they were like, well, if it's a certain amount, then you still won't be accruing interest, which will be wonderful if that's the case. Then I can just do it slowly. My goal is to pay these off by the end of next year. I am not forcing myself to do this as soon as possible. Right now, you guys, I'm in a slow season. And what that means for me is, Candace, you're not busting your butt for nothing, okay? You make enough to save with your regular job. These school loans are just extra, right? Yes, I would like to get them paid off, because then I'll be completely done with any debt that I have. I have 2 cars. They're both paid off. I do rent. I don't want to be a homeowner. I want to be able to up and move whenever I want. Fixing things, no, I'd rather call somebody to fix it. Property, taking care. I have never been one that would like to own a home. That's just never been for me. A tiny home, yes, but a home, no. I no. Mm-mm. And I know some people are like, "Oh, these people live in apartments." You don't know people's circumstances, right? You don't know what people want in life. So yeah, this is me. I don't wish to own a home. My credit score is over 800. Um, and I feel like I'm doing really good. My last thing is this. If something comes about and it's like, oh, we'll forgive it, I will gladly take the forgiveness. I would gladly take the forgiveness. Prior to me making this payment, my balance was at like 10,000, like 400. I'll say 10,500. So with this one, we're down basically to 8,500. Um, I feel comfortable with paying that off by the end of next year. I don't know my exact plans. I was thinking, like, Candace, the sooner the better you can get this paid off. But let me tell y'all something. I was thinking about, I have my own savings goal of saving 15,000 per year, for this year. I'm sorry. And that will only be like $670 that I have to save up for the rest of the year to meet that goal. Okay, to meet that goal. So I was like, well, I usually could save up more than that per month. I was thinking about throwing anything extra. So if I have an extra $400, I can throw it towards these. I can get this paid off by the end of the year. We'll see how that works because, as I mentioned, the economy, job security, even at my job, nobody talks about, oh yeah, we're letting go of your position or anything like that. But guess what? You're having us learn new things because there's a shift, right? We're not hiring as much right now. You'll be learning something new. You may not even get paid more. It's just like companies are shifting the way they're doing things right now. And it's job security is just not there. So I'm debating if anything extra outside of my regular savings goal, if I still want to put it towards this. I will say this. If I don't, that's okay. I do plan, hopefully, going back to Amazon. My original goal is just to use Amazon to pay off my school loan. So I may just stick with that. If anything changes, I will let you guys know in my monthly budgets or my paycheck budgets. If I choose to use any of my leftover outside of my $15,000 savings goal, as I mentioned, $670 per the rest of the month for September, October, November, December. I would have saved my 15,000 for the year of 2023. So I definitely can shift money into these things, but as I mentioned, economy, my bills, as I mentioned earlier, I pay half of my rent, and things like that. My car is older. So I'm like, hey, what happens when I do my renewal of my lease in January? If that goes up, why did I put 4,000 towards this when I may need that? You know what I mean? What if my extra income, because right now my rent, my half of my rent comes from some other income, which will eventually go away. What if it goes away sooner? Then I'm stuck with paying an additional half of my full rent by myself, you know what I mean, with no extra income. So that's where my thought process is. Yeah, I like to get things paid off immediately, but this is on the back burner for me. I want to pay it off as soon as possible because that's just a nice goal, right? But at the same time, it's like, Candace, be mindful. This is something that you've already had since what, 2010, 2011. I don't think the 2006 and 5 is on there. I don't know. It could be all of that. 2005, 2006, 2010 to 2012 is all included in that. So yeah, you guys, I don't know. Let me know. What are your thoughts? Do you have any plans for your school loan? Did you sign up for the SAVE program? Are you on the interest? What is that? Income driven Repayment. That's what I've always been on for years. Most of the times, once again, I'm at $0 for per month. I know for this year I'm at 0. Next year, obviously, I will have to pay because my pay is back up now. What else is there? But yeah, let me know. What are your thoughts? That 10,000 would have did me good. I wouldn't have to pay out 10,000. And it is what it is. I know a lot of people will, everybody has their opinions, I will say this. A lot of people got PPP loans, right? They said that that was supposed to be paid back. A lot of people, like people that had money, did not have to have a PPP loan. Millionaires, and they got their PPP loans forgiven. Like people that did not need it. And we are people that went to school thinking that we were going to better our lives. And I feel like to get 10,000 or 20,000 forgiven, that helps people out, but we may just be stuck with loans for 20 to 25 years until it's forgiven. And if that's the case, so be it, y'all. I have 20, 25 years, 23 years left remaining before mine is forgiven. And I'm just like, well, versus that I don't mind that lingering over my head at all. I'm not that type of person because I can care less what anybody thinks of me. But yeah, you guys, we'll see. But this is my school loans, and if I go back to Amazon, I will definitely use that to still continue to pay this off. But I don't know if my additional income from my paychecks that do not go towards bills, if I will use that additional savings for this. I'm still up in the air about that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Comment down below, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.